Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and it has been a long time since I've made a video like this, and I'm very excited to do so. Today, I want to break down the Ahsoka trailer. This is the first trailer that we've seen, the first like real trailer that we've seen. I think we've seen some teasers. This looks amazing, guys. Short answer, I am incredibly excited for this, but let's go ahead and break it down and jump into it because, oh my gosh. Now, if you haven't seen it, stop the video, go and watch it. It is amazing. Now, for copyright's sake, I'm obviously not going to be playing any music, but it starts off on this is the Jedi Temple. Part of me wants to say that this is going to be connected to the Zepho somehow. I think they're going to be playing a much bigger role here in the next couple of movies, films, video games. The Zepho were the alien race that we saw in the Jedi Fallen Order video game. But Ahsoka's walking in. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. That looks just amazing. And she looks so good as Ahsoka. But watch this callback to the Clone Wars as she's making her own way into the temple. You can see here on the wall, though, we have some, I don't know what you would call those, some diagrams, some images, some outlines. This is, if you look at the actual, the thumbnail for this video, or for Ahsoka, just like look down here. You have these awesome lines. This is the world between worlds, or at least it feels connected to the world between worlds. We know there's a lot of different portals. We saw that in Star Wars Rebels when Ezra went into it. That was awesome. But she's going into it. We're not sure what it is. She looks pretty freaking dope. Now, this is a pretty big thing. Look at the red. That's not the normal color of the Lucasfilm LTD. Does it imply that Disney and Lucasfilm is in trouble? Maybe. Or maybe it implies danger, scariness, the dark side. Oh my gosh. First off, Lothcat. Now, Balin is the one talking. We're going to see who he is here in a minute. But look at the Lothcat. That looks legit. I don't know what that is here underneath it, but that looks interesting. We do have this Sabine Wren. Now, I'd love to see Sabine in this season of the Mando. I'm not sure that we will, but this room, I actually think this is the same room that Ezra was in, that Ezra was living in. And we're going to see the tower for it here in a little bit. This is very much the same place, right? Lothcat. Look at her. She looks awesome. Now, this is again that same temple, that temple we saw earlier on. We have guardians. These are droid guardians. This guy's got a gun. This guy's got a pike spear. We've got some red electricity. It could just be frayed wiring. I don't know. If you've ever seen frayed wiring, you know it shoots electricity out. But look, Ahsoka's not paying attention. She's focusing on the Force. I've heard people say that this is a Sith style droid. I don't know, but what really draws my attention here, look at the cankles on this statue. I mean, those aren't ankles. Those are calf ankles. Those are cankles. I'm probably drawn to the wrong thing. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything, but cankles. Oh my gosh. We see the Phantom 2 in action. This was dope. Now, this is one of our first live action shots of Hera. Now, we saw Hera in video game form when we saw her in Star Wars Squadrons. It was a pretty cool thing to see her, but this is live action. This is totally different. Now, what's interesting is this does take place years after the fall of Rebels, right at the end of Rebels. So it makes me wonder what exactly she is doing. And it also makes me wonder, are we going to see Jason Syndulla? What will he look like grown up? Will we see him half human, half Twi'lek? Is he going to have little tail nubs? I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting if we see him at all. He'll be mentioned for sure. But will we see him? I don't know. What is she going after? We saw freaking Chopper. Oh my gosh. I love me some Chopper. There is nothing like having a veteran Clone Wars droid in the mix. This is dope. And look, he looks so good. He looks so good. Balin is talking, but let's bring in this little lady right here. This is one of his acolytes of sorts. We don't necessarily know who she is. Is she a full-on Sith? Is she not? I don't know. She's got a little symbol here on her belt. It almost looks Sith-esque, but not necessarily. Now, who is she going after? I'm not entirely sure this is the New Republic. We know that the New Republic doesn't have a fleet, right? We know the Resistance does. The Resistance is the New Republic's like militant arm, but they're not associated with the government. If you read the book Bloodlines, that's kind of how the story ends, and that's kind of how the thing is. Mon Mothma didn't want to have a militant wing, didn't want to follow the same mistake that the Empire had or the New Republic had. They want to have independent systems working together, protecting themselves with centralized government of sorts. This feels almost like Imperial. Now, I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. But I don't know. This feels almost Imperial. Obviously, this is on the space battle, and this Force wielder is like kicking butt. Her lightsaber, though, isn't fully red. It's orange, which makes me wonder if this is someone who is truly a Sith. Right? I mean, if she was truly a Sith, you'd have a full-on red. Now, it could simply be a tweak. It could be a light choice. I don't think that she is a Sith, though. From all the rumors, there's going to be some magics. There's going to be some different types of force powers and other things in this world. So I'm very curious as to who she is. We do have a name that's leaked. I don't remember what it is. But look at her kicking butt, right? This summer. Now, this is the same tower that Ezra spent all of his time in. It 100%. Now, interestingly, though, this is the same ship that Ahsoka flew in on at the end of Rebels. So it makes me wonder how long it was, how long Rebels was at the end of like that end screen. Like how long is it going to be? I don't know, but we'll definitely see more of this for sure. Also, Lothal looks really clean. This is an entirely different world from what we saw at the end of Rebels. It's grown. Sabine, it's been a while. Things have changed. We got some ships coming in. It's pretty dope. I'm pretty excited to see this. Mon Mothma absolutely doing a thing. Ahsoka's talking. She says, I started to hear whispers, and this is about Thrawn's return. Oh, as heir to the Empire. Now, I still hold, based on the new Thrawn books, that Thrawn won't necessarily be the big baddie. Thrawn will be a gatekeeper. Thrawn will be a threshold guardian. He will be not the big baddie. At least that's my opinion. Based on the novels, now he could absolutely be heir to the Empire, and they could be incorporating the sequel, the original Thrawn trilogy, into this mix. I think that would be awesome. I think it would be so freaking cool because there would be a lot of stuff that would go with that. But I think that the thing that's coming from the outer regions, the thing that's coming from deep space, the different part is not just Thrawn. I think we're going to be getting a Yu Zhanvong type of return. That's me, though. That's what I'm thinking. I might be dead wrong. I could be dead wrong. Many of you are probably like, yeah, Thaddeus, you're dead wrong. And that's fine. I might be. But this is dope. Now, I gotta say, look at this, though. This was our first look at Thrawn. It's just a glimpse. I don't know, guys. They've done a great job with Aliens. They've done a great job with like the look and vibe, and Star Wars has always done really good when it comes to design and look and. But I worry that if this is done wrong, if he turns around and he looks all like Spooder Manny, it'll be awkward. It'll be weird for me, and it might pull me out almost immediately. Now, what's interesting though, Thrawn is not in space here. Wherever Thrawn is, this is this is planet side. I've heard people say that he's walking to his I don't know, like throne. But if you get this next look, this is Morgan Elsbeth. This could be the exact same location, so it very well could be a ship that he was on and it's just now in space. But Morgan Elsbeth, this is same location, same thing. So is this his ship? Is this the same room that he was in previously? It looks like it could have been. Or at least the same similar type. Now, we do know that Morgan Elsbeth is a type of Night Sister. Now, is she a fully on Dathomirian? We don't necessarily know, but she has been working with Thrawn, and she's going to be a pretty big thing. Now, this is our Balin. Look at that guy. Look at the imposing nature. There's dark side written all over him. Now, what's interesting, though, too, is that this little force field shield, this little place that they're in, this little place that this feels very much reminiscent to that moment where Grogu was sitting on top of the rock. Like, this is Jedi magic, right? Maybe he's calling, maybe it has that original temple vibe, but it also looks like it's being excavated, right? Like there's little cameras back here. There's stuff here. So I don't rightly know. No, maybe Ahsoka is traveling world between worlds. Maybe she's found another temple and this is where she's getting additional information. I don't rightly know, but this is a very interesting scene, and it's my understanding that this guy is working with Thrawn. But at the same time, I have a very real vibe that he's not. I think we're going to be... I don't think this is the type of guy that's going to be working for somebody else. He is his own master. Now, if this is heir to the Empire, is he going to be a fallen Jedi like we saw with Jorus Sabayoth? Very well could be. I don't know, right? He could have been he could have been the Jorus Sabayoth. If you've not read Outbound Flights, it's a great book. Thrawn's in it. It's great. But if you've not read Outbound Flight, Jorus Sabayoth was taking a contingent of Jedi to explore the unknown region. And in the book, he doesn't make it. I know that's a spoiler, but it's like 30 years old. So sorry. And that doesn't really spoil much, to be completely honest. But he doesn't make it. What if this is like that character type who actually does make it and then is changed once he goes out into those regions? But this is a temple of sorts that is being excavated. We see Hera again. She looks amazing. Look at this battle, this fight. This is our Sith, the acolyte of some kind. We don't know who exactly she is, but we feel like she's connected with that Baylor type, going after the Ahsoka ship. Look at this. I mean, can anyone say Darth Malgus? This has that. It's a very Darth Vader vibe, but let's face it, Vader. This is Vader without the mechanics. And Malgus, he has moments like this where he's just. This feels more Malgus than Vader to me. But look at him go. Now, granted, force choke. Now, this is actually interesting. Let me get out of the full screen, because this right here is Ezra Bridger. Now, this is Ezra pre-Rebels, right? This might be one of those, like, this is the last message he sent as, space whales are carrying him away to parts unknown. We don't know. But this is kind of what he looked like in the end. This vibe, it feels like it's right out of Rebels, but it worked in animation. I hope this is not the outfit that he wears. I don't normally care about outfits. I hope this is not the outfit that he wears in film. Hopefully he'll change. In animation they don't change as much, but in film, it's easier to do so. But he looks good, right? We have another Sith. This actually looks like an Inquisitor. If you look at the blade, let's jump back. Look, if you look at the blade here, this is an inquisitorial blade. Is this a flashback? Is this a connection? I don't know. There's still some Inquisitors we haven't seen in live action. Some Inquisitors we haven't seen really explored. So it would be interesting to see if this was I don't know, if some of those Inquisitors survived the Imperial fall, which would make sense. But then at the same time, still continued their mission of fighting Jedi. But definitely feels like an Inquisitor. Jump back. Oh my gosh, she looks amazing. This looks super cool. Like all of this. And then this is oh my gosh, he was a librarian, I believe. He trained young Jedi in the ways of the Force, in the ways of lightsaber combat. This is, I'm excited for this. This is super cool. So it's a callback for sure. But I always love droids. I think they're awesome. And it's dope to see him. Oh, look at her go in her stance. And then Ahsoka. Like these are the rings that I was mentioning earlier in that first temple. Now it does say that it's streaming August. We've seen shows pushed back. Now that it doesn't have an official date, personally I hope that it's later August, because early August I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to be camping for a week, and I will not have internet access, which will be sad. It'll be so sad. But this looks dope, guys. I am so incredibly excited for this. This just a few months away, and I couldn't be happier to see this. Now, we only have a couple extra episodes at the making of this video. We only have a couple extra episodes in the Mandalorian season 3. We will see more, or probably get more from this. Again, at the making of this episode, Star Wars Celebration is live, and they have announced a few things. Not many. We know that Dave Filoni will be helming three freaking films. Now, are these the films that, like, others have been gotten rid of, like the other directors have been kicked out of? Possibly, we don't know, but they're his. Dave Filoni is a master at his job. Now, not a lot of people are, everyone I know loves Dave Filoni, but like not everyone loves Dave Filoni. And so, will this be, I don't know. It'll be up in the air. I'm really excited about this, though. Dave Filoni worked with the creator, George Lucas. I couldn't be happier, guys. Anyways, what did you think of the trailer? This has been my official breakdown. This looks awesome. I could not be happier. Did I miss anything? Leave a comment in the section below. Like, subscribe, share, and let me know what you guys think. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. And as always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy.